Hi, welcome to my platform. If you're just coming across my platform for the first time, kindly hit the subscribe button, like and share the video. So today we are going to be talking about Ukraine and the Russia war, ongoing war that is going on now, with our African brothers being stuck at the Poland border. They are not being allowed to enter Poland. They are not allowed entry into Poland. So I want to be sharing various videos and very concerning it. So welcome to my page. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share the video. Welcome. Welcome back. As you all know, because it's no more news again, it's everywhere. There is ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine right now. Ongoing war, and everybody is praying for Ukraine so that the war will stop and peace can be restored into the country. Please, President Putin of Russia, please call off your men, call off the war so that peace can be restored everywhere. So many things has been damaged, so many lives have been lost. We don't need war. We are just fighting. We are not even out of COVID. We are still fighting COVID. We don't need this one now. So back to today's topic. I want to be talking about Africans that have been, they are trying to escape the war zone. Everybody is fighting for their life. In a war zone, everybody ought to fight for their life. Some are running away from the war zone. They have to get to, after walking for so long, 4 or 5 hours in the cold, to get to Ukraine, but to get to Poland border. They are not being allowed inside. You know, all these things is what the mainstream media, they are not going to show you. So they are not going to tell you all this thing that has been happening. And it's mostly affecting the blacks. And they are calling it racism. Whereby the blacks are not allowed to get into the train for them to board it and run for their life. Only the Ukrainians and the whites are being allowed. Many people have been saying it's racism, calling it as it is racism. Not allowing the blacks to board the train, not allowing them to go into Poland. It is very, very bad. I'm going to be showing you various videos in which we have been able to get hold of concerning this incident whereby blacks are not being allowed into Poland, and they are not being allowed into the train for them to escape the war zone. So I'm going to be starting with this video that happened after they've walked for 4 hours in the cold, only to get to Poland border. The gate, they won't allow them in. You guys just take a look at this video and I'll be right back.
This is the gate of the border, and people are not going in. Many people have been here for 4 days, different countries, no matter who they are. The soldiers are not even letting anybody in, except Ukrainians, babies, and their mothers. That's all. Nobody else is going in, no matter who you are. They're not asking you any question, they're not requesting anything, not requesting any identification. And there is no embassy from Nigeria or representative here to help. We call them and they say they cannot do anything, they don't have the registration to come to the gate. So we are just here. Many of us have been here for 5 days, some for 4 days, some for 3 days, some for 2 days, and this gate is closed and there is no way in down to the all this place.
So that is the situation at Poland border now. Africans trying to escape the war zone, but they are not being allowed entry into Poland. So I'm going to play. I'll be playing this voice notes where a man is trying to explain what is actually happening at the gate, at the Poland gate. Africans are not being allowed into, and it's actually racism. You know, in a war setting, everybody, yes, it's fine, everybody is running for their lives, everybody wants to survival of the fittest, but we are first human before you talk about the color of our skin. We all are human, be you white, be you black, be you brown, whatever color you associate yourself with. We are first human before you talk about the color of your skin. It's a war zone. Everybody is fighting for their head. I don't know why you will discriminate in a war setting. You are discriminating against some certain colors. That is really not nice. We all are praying for Ukraine. Please don't bring in this race, this color barrier, as everybody is fighting. Everybody have the right to survive. Everybody have the right of survivor. Let either you are black, either you are white, as long as you got there first, allow them in. It's survivor of the fittest. Now let's listen to this man's voice as he tried to narrate the pain that they are going through. For days they are not being allowed in the sun, in the cold, so cold. I'm telling you, this very period, it is very, very cold.
Actually, we are at the Ukrainian side of the border that connects us to Polish side of the border. Both of them are not far away from each other. They're not up to 1 minute away from each other by distance. But the Ukrainians are the ones that have blocked this border, not allowing us to cross to get to the Poland side, because there was an order given by the president not to allow people from 18 years to 60 years, they should male to cross, that they should come and fight. But we are foreigners. All other foreigners are here, both Nigerians and all that. They're not allowing us to go. Even our the black women are not allowed to go. Even with their kids, they are not allowed to cross the border. We need the Nigerian authorities to talk to the Ukrainian people to allow the Nigerians to identify themselves and cross through this border and get to the Poland side of the border and get our way back to Nigeria.
You see what's happening? Although the president said from 18 to 60 years to male should stay back. Even at that, you know, when we are in a foreign land, we are enjoying all the Jews and everything. But now there is a crisis, everybody want to get out of it because everybody needs to survive. But you are in a foreign land, you have been enjoying their Jews. It's time for you to fight for them. Okay, allow the women and the children to go. Why are you still keeping the women back there just because they are blacks or just because they are Africans? You allow the women to go. The president said the male, that's fine, but allow the women and the children to go. Don't let them, they have been there for days under the cold. That is just not nice. You got to allow them to go. This is just so unfair. So we are going to see this incident where students, you know, in Ukraine, we have so many African students in Ukraine, mostly Nigerians, that are studying medicine, because in Ukraine, studying medicine is less expensive compared to America and other European countries. So most people tend to go to Ukraine to study medicine. So we have a lot of Nigerians and African students in Ukraine that are studying medicine. Just check out this incident whereby students that have worked for hours, for days, just for them to get to the Ukrainian borders, but they are not being allowed in. They are being stopped to the point of they are even pointing gun at them. This is so, oh my goodness. Let me just play the video for you guys to see where the students were actually explaining themselves, begging that they are students, they should be allowed into the Ukrainian border. Poland, excuse me. They should be allowed into Poland border. We don't have arms. 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 We are students. We are students. We don't have arms. We are students. We are students.
Pablo, we are students. We are dying. We are dying of cold. We are dying of cold. We are dying of cold. Everybody go down. Everybody go down. We are dying of cold. We've been here for 3 days. We died of cold. This is unfair. This is unfair. Why point God as foreigners? Why point God as God? Why point God on us? You have to find the rest of your mind. Please, go on live on Instagram. We don't have arms. We don't have guns. We are students. We are students. On us. What the fuck is happening? What? We don't run. We don't have arms. We got nothing. We don't have arms. We have nothing. We are students. 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 What's up? We are students. We are students. You don't understand. But you're not black, so you cannot solve. Dude, they can't shoot us off. Thank you. Thank you.
You see the situation right there. You see this student, they had to beg for their lives. They had to beg for their life. They have to explain themselves because they don't want them to get into the Ukrainian, the Polish, the Poland border. That is so not right. And you see the mainstream media, they are not going to carry this news. They are not going to carry this news. They're covering all the news, but you never hear them cover news that concerns the black that are based in Ukraine. What they are going through in the hands of the Ukrainian border or the Poland border. They are not covering this news. They're not covering. If you go, that's why everybody is saying is racism. When it comes to black, is racism. And they don't even blame them because of the bad leaders we have in Africa. Bad leaders in Africa, so they don't give us regard. There is no regard for the blacks. That's why they are treating them this way. Students begging for their life, just for them to cross to the other way, to be among the living. This world is uncalled for. This world should stop. Stop allowing people to lose their life unnecessary. Life are being lost. Investment being lost. People means of livelihood is being lost. This war is unnecessary. We don't need war now. Please, this war should end. This war should end. This war should end. This war should end. See what happened at a train station. Everybody is trying to get out of the way of this war situation. Everybody, let me say, most people want to get out. Everybody is trying to survive. Everybody is, be you white, be you black, be you brown, whatever color you associate with, everybody wants to survive. So when you get to a train station first, or when you, please allow them in. Just because they are blacks. An incident happened whereby a guy and his friend, they were black from Nigeria actually, they got into the train first. But the police came in and asked them to get down and start allowing the white in. That's why they are calling all this racism. It's not nice. You don't need to. This is a war situation, and you are being racist in a war situation. This is just crazy. So crazy.
Please don't do this. Don't do this.
Они не правы, они неправильно делают, неправильно.
You see, I know, I understand. Everybody wants to live. Everybody wants to see live. Everybody, you black, you white, everybody wants to live. But the way you guys are treating the blacks is not nice. We all are human being first before the skin color comes in. We are human being first before the skin color comes in. See what happened.
Man, these people left without taking the blacks, man. None of the blacks, man. See. None. Even the black guys that already have kids, they took their kids and their wife and left the niggas behind. Like, everyone is stranded. This is really too bad.
Yeah, that's it. You get it? Everybody's trying to survive, but they left the blacks behind. So the blacks, they don't have right to live. Are they supposed to be the one left behind to fight the war? They don't have right to live. That is so not nice. And you see, the mainstream media, they are not going to carry this news. They are not going to show the world what the blacks are going through in Ukraine. We all are praying for Ukraine. Let this war stop so that everything will go back to normal. People have already lost their life. People have already lost their means of livelihood. People have already lost so much. We don't need this now in 2022. Not at all. We are still battling COVID. We don't need war. This war should put to an end immediately. We don't need this. Whatever they are fighting for, NATO, join NATO, don't join NATO, or if it's something else, you guys should come to a round table and please negotiate and stop this war before it gets out of hand. There are still millions of Ukrainians. Ukrainians, yes, they are still in Ukraine. People are still there. And some Ukrainians, they are outside of Ukraine. Men, they are now going into Ukraine to go and fight for their country. They are going to fight for their country, and they don't know what lies ahead of them. They don't know, but they just want to go. People are rushing out, but you see some men, some brave men, they are going into the country to go and fight for their country. Of course, if your country has something good to offer you, you ought to fight for your country. You ought to fight for your country when your country is offering you something good. When your country is taking care of your basic needs. When your country is taking care of you, you need to fight for your country. As people are running out of the country, some men, everybody men, young, middle age, they are going back into Ukraine to fight for the country, for their country, and that's kudos to them. But the Africans that they see themselves now as foreigners, that they are running away to for survival, please let them go. Please let them go. This war is not supposed to start in the first place. No. So after the backlash, after the everything, mostly as it concerns Nigeria, in Africa, Nigeria, we have leaders that are not responsible, that don't send their citizens. After the backlash, after the everything, people have been dragging the embassy, people have been dragging everything, saying all sorts of things concerning Nigeria. Nigerian students are so much in Ukraine. What is the Nigerian government doing and everything? After so much backlash, then they start trying to do something. But still, there are so many people, so many students still back in Ukraine, stuck, finding a way out. So we're able to get few people were able to finally get into the Poland side. And these are the few people that were lucky.
Nigerians that arrive. There are so many. Some people are still outside. Some people are still sleeping. Let's see.
So there were few people that were lucky enough to get into Poland, with so many thousands still outside, still fighting for a way to get in. And also so many people are still in Ukraine, finding a way to get to the border, because now there is curfew in Ukraine. You can't move on certain time. There is no car, no train. So for you to even get to the border, you are going to, is a long journey, and it's cold. It's so cold. It's just so sad. I don't know why they will fight war in the first place. In this time and age, we don't need war. You guys should come to a round table and settle whatever the misunderstanding, whatever the misconception. The leaders should come to a round table and find a solution to it. Find a solution to it. You don't need to go into war and start killing people unnecessarily. You don't need to go into war and start destroying people's means of livelihood. Hell no, we don't need that. We don't need that. And our African leaders, they are so nonchalant attitude. They are so not proactive. Nothing. Just take a look at India. See what India did. And this is the third time they are going for their citizens. The Indians, see how they got their own citizen out of Ukraine. Meanwhile, Nigerian students, they have been calling, we have been sending mail, everything. Check out India, what they did for their students, for their citizens.
Welcome back, everyone. Very happy to have all of you back safe and sound, back in our motherland. On behalf of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, both Muralidharan ji and I are present here to welcome you back. I know you have all been through a very, very difficult time, a very, very trying time. But know this, that the Prime Minister is with you every step, the Government of India is with you every step, and 130 crore Indians are with you every step of the way. And we will leave no stone unturned until every single one of our citizens are back safely back home in India. So please pass this message on to all your friends, all your colleagues, that we are with them and we will guarantee their safe passage back. Pradhan Mantri ji is in touch with the Ukrainian Rashtrapati ji. The conversations are on to ensure that everyone is brought home safely. Conversations are also on with the Russian government, and we assure you कि एक एक नागरिक को वापस अपने मातृभूमि में हम लोग सुरक्षित रख के ही चैन की सांस लेंगे। बहुत बहुत आप लोगों का स्वागत प्रधानमंत्री जी की तरफ से, और एयर इंडिया की सभी टीमों को भी मैं अपने तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कि आप लोगों को लाने के लिए इतनी मेहनत और मशक्कत की। आप सब लोगों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। I know now all your family and friends are waiting for you, so let's go and meet them. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jai Hind.
You see what Indian, and that's the third plane. That was the third plane that they have been pulling their citizens, their students out of Ukraine. But our own African leaders, they will be nonchalant attitude. They are so relaxed and everything. They were telling students to go to the Bulgarian border and everything, and they are going to send their representative down there for them. Some people finally, after the old trek and everything, they were able to get to the border. Only to get there was no representative from the embassy. That is so sad. It is so sad. We are hoping that Nigerians and Africa will still do more for their citizens. Still do more for the citizens, because as it is now, we don't know where this war is going. We don't know where it is going, and we are going to plead to President Putin of Russia, please call this war off. Call it off. You guys go to a round table. President of Ukraine has agreed to a talk, and they are going to meet in Bulgaria to discuss. I hope that talk comes out with a tangible result, so that this war can be called off. The life that is lost already is enough. Property damage already is enough. Let people go back to their normal life. Students have been there. A lady that is studying medicine, she has been there for 7 years. 7 years studying medicine. She is about to round off when this war started. See how our education is being disrupted? Just because of two superpowers that don't want to come to compromise, destroying the life of every other person. Two superpowers that don't want to come to compromise. You guys are leader of nation. You can come to a round table and settle this amicably. This war shouldn't extend beyond this. It's enough. People are losing their life. And that reminds me, Africans in Russia, please, you guys should leave now, if possible. If possible, you guys should leave now. Go to the next country, or whichever country is close to Russia, because you can't really tell what's going to happen the next minute. You can't tell. Unless President Putin decided to call this war off, then everything can go back to normal. If he doesn't call the war off, you don't really know what is going to happen. Africans, Nigeria in Russia, at least you can learn from what Nigeria went through in Ukraine. You guys should pick your bag off and start moving now before it becomes, be careful. Let's move. Be proactive. Be proactive. Don't be caught unawares. Don't be caught unawares. I hope this war, we are all praying for Ukraine. We are all praying for Ukraine. I hope this war doesn't extend beyond this, so that more people won't lose their life. It's of no gain. In war, there is no gain. We just get losers. Nobody win. Everybody just lose. Because life is going to be lost, property damaged, businesses destroyed, means of livelihood destroyed. Oh, what have you? So in war, there is no winner. So it's of no use fighting it. It's better to just come to a round table and settle it amicably. Please, the world powers, the leaders in powers, come together and settle this. We know that US, UK, Germany, and what have you, US is placing enough sanction on Russia right now. But is that sanction actually affecting President Putin? Is he actually thinking about all the sanction? Because at the end of the day, all this sanction is going to affect the citizens of Russia. It's going to affect their citizens. All these sanctions that are being placed on Russia, it's going to affect them. So please, let's call it off. Call this war off. Enough life has been lost already. Enough property has been damaged already. Enough people dream has been shattered already. Please, let's put a stop to this. Come for a peaceful discussion and let this end. You are in Nigeria, you are in Africa, in Russia. It's time to move. If everything has been settled, then you can go back to your base. Right now, if you are in Russia, please pack your bag and move. Mostly if you have little kids with you. If everything has been settled, then you can come back. You can see what Africans are going through right now. You don't want us to come back and start shouting again for those that is there, that the embassy should come and help and all that. You guys move now. Then if you know everything is settled, then you can come back to your base. You can come back to your base. It's so sad we are just struggling out of COVID now. This one again. This world is just a crazy place, I tell you. I tell you, God help me. I'm going to place this info for those that are still being stuck in Ukraine. Just go through this. NITCOM, Nigeria in Diaspora Commission, important information. The Nigerian Embassy in Romania wishes to inform Nigerians arriving from Ukraine that arrangement has been put in place to receive them at the Romanian entry points. So if you are a Nigerian and you are still in Ukraine and you can't get into Poland, please go to the Romanian border. Go to the Romanian border. They said arrangement has been put in place to receive you guys at the entry points. And the embassy hotline, is this: consular office plus 40 74 7309 174. Head of sanctuary plus 40 78 60 91 964. For those experiencing difficulty at the borders, our minister, His Excellency Godfrey Oyema is currently engaging high authorities and the Organization for Migration to assist NITCOM. So those of you that are still in Ukraine, that are finding it difficult to get out of Ukraine, and you can't go into the Poland border, you are not being allowed in, you are not being allowed entry, go to the Romanian border. It's better for those that are about to embark on their journey now to go to the Romanian border. Don't bother going to the Poland border so that you don't encounter any obstacle. Just go to the Romanian border, since they said arrangement has been put in place to receive you guys at the Romanian border. And this is the phone number you can call and get in contact with them in case you need any help, in case you need any assistance. And we keep praying for Ukraine. And we keep praying for Ukraine. And also wishing and hoping that President Putin will call the war off. We call the war off. Because in a war, there is no winner, just loser. With that, I'm going to call it a day. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share the video. Thank you, and you guys have a blessed day. One love.